Good afternoon, everybody. So today I will discuss here about the anterior triangle of the neck. So the neck is divided. The neck is divided into anterior triangle and the posterior triangle of the neck by the sternocleidomastoid. So sternocleidomastoid muscles divide the neck into two halves. That is the anterior half and the posterior half. The anterior half, the anterior triangle of the neck, is bounded superiorly by the base of the mandible and the angle joining the angle of the mandible and the line joining the angle of the mandible to the mastoid process. So this is the superior boundary. Anteriorly there is a anterior median plane, which lies medially, not anteriorly, medially, and the laterally there is a sternocleidomastoid muscle. So this is the anterior triangle. Now this anterior triangle has some subdivision. It is subdivided by the digastric muscle. This is the anterior belly of the digastric. This is the posterior belly of the digastric. So it is divided by the digastric muscle and the omohyoid, the superior belly of the omohyoid, not the inferior belly, the superior belly of the omohyoid, and the digastric muscle, both anterior and the posterior belly, divides this triangle into this anterior triangle into four triangles. What are those four triangles? Half of this submental triangle, because we are looking in the one half side, so this is half of the submental triangle, another half is on that side. Submental triangle, the digastric triangle, the carotid triangle, and the muscular triangle. So this is the muscular triangle, this is the carotid triangle, this is the digastric triangle, this is the submental triangle. Now coming to the submental triangle. The submental triangle, this is a median triangle. So it is on each side, laterally on each side there is a digastric muscle. This is one digastric muscle, and on that side there will be one digastric muscle. So superior belly of the digastric, the anterior belly of the digastric. Base is formed by the hyoid bone. This is the hyoid bone. So base is formed by the hyoid bone, and the floor is formed by right and left mylohyoid muscle, which unite together in the median half, because mylohyoid muscle is the floor, of the mouth. So this is the submental triangle. So what is the content of the submental triangle? Submental triangle contains the submental group of lymph node, which is situated in the superficial fascia between the anterior belly of the digastric. Between the anterior belly and the superficial fascia there lies the submental lymph node. Now if they drain superficial layer of the chin, the gums, the lower lip, the anterior part of the floor of the mouth, and the tip of the tongue. The anterior part of the floor of the mouth, the gums, and the lower lip are all drained into the submental triangle. So if there is any carcinoma in the tip of the tongue or any infection in the floor of the mouth, like Ludwig angina, so this all infects the submental lymph node. So submental lymph node will enlarge. There are some small submental vein. This submental vein drains into the anterior jugular vein. So this is about the submental triangle. Now coming to the digastric triangle. This digastric triangle is bounded superiorly by the base of the mandible and the angle joining the line joining the angle of the mandible to the mastoid process. So this is the base of the triangle superiorly. Antero-inferiorly there is anterior belly of the digastric, because it is antero-inferiorly, anterior-inferior. So anterior-inferiorly, this is posterior-inferior. So there is posterior-inferiorly, there is the posterior belly of the digastric and the stylohyoid muscle, which is also present. So this is the boundary of the digastric muscle. What is the roof? Roof is formed by skin. So roof is formed by skin, the platysma muscle, which is a superficial muscle, of the neck, cervical branch of the facial nerve, because it supplies the platysma muscle. So to check the cervical branch of the facial nerve, we have to clench the teeth to check whether the cervical branch of facial nerve is active or not, because in parotidectomy the cervical branch of the facial nerve is somehow cut, so there is a palsy of the platysma muscle, so neck will be fall. So this muscle, this nerve is present, anterior cutaneous nerve of the neck, which supplies the cutaneous supplies to the skin of the neck, and the deep fascia, which is also present in the roof. Floor is formed by the mylohyoid muscle anteriorly and the hypoglossus muscle posteriorly. This forms the floor. Now comes to the content of the digastric muscle. There is a submandibular gland, which is the main content of the digastric triangle. So submandibular gland and the submandibular group of lymph node. Also there is a facial vein. Now mylohyoid artery, mylohyoid nerve, hypoglossal nerve, and the submental artery are present. So these are the content in the anterior side. In the posterior side there is stylopharyngeus muscle. Stylopharyngeus muscle, the ninth cranial nerve, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve, and the pharyngeal branch of the 10th cranial nerve, that is the vagus nerve. So styloglossus, stylopharyngeus, ninth cranial nerve, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve, and 10th cranial nerve, pharyngeal branch of the 10th cranial nerve, is the content of the digastric triangle posteriorly, and this is the anteriorly. Now coming to the carotid triangle. Then carotid triangle is bounded anterosuperiorly by the digastric posterior belly and the stylohyoid muscles, and anteroinferiorly there is a superior belly of the omohyoid, and the posteriorly there is the anterior border of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So what is the roof? Roof is same, the skin, platysma muscle, cervical branch of the facial nerve, anterior cutaneous nerve of the neck, but not the deep fascia. Here the name changed into the investing layer of the deep fascia. Investing layer of the deep fascia. What is the content? Common carotid artery, because common carotid artery pulse we have to assume here. We have to appreciate here to get the common carotid artery pulse. Internal carotid artery, the external carotid artery along with their branches, that is the superior thyroid artery, lingual artery, facial artery, ascending pharyngeal artery, and the occipital branch. So I will discuss this in the later in another topic, external carotid artery with its branches and course, internal jugular vein, common facial vein, pharyngeal vein, lingual vein. So these are the content of the carotid triangle. Now coming to the lastly the muscular triangle. So muscular triangle is bounded anteriorly by the median line, anterior median plane, which starts from the hyoid and ends in the sternum manubrium. Anteroinferiorly there is the